For those that have seen, back on January 10th, it was revealed that Maki Itoh has officially signed to Stardom. For many, it was something unexpected that threw them off, and it's a new chapter with her jumping into the realm of possibilities with a new company. What's up guys, Kawasaki here, and today I'm going to list off some pros and cons of Maki signing with Stardom, and whether or not if it's going to be worth it in the end, or if the signing is just all in. Now, these are my personal thoughts and hot takes, so please take up the grain of salt. If you agree, disagree, or have any other thoughts, or if I missed out on anything, let me know in the comments down below. And without any further ado, let's take a look at the realm of possibilities with Maki. So the big thing for sure is Maki is signed as an official wrestling talent to Stardom. That is one thing, as far as I know of, is something that she hasn't done. I don't think she's signed like a full-time worker contract with TJPW. That can be wrong. With signing to Stardom, this opens up a bunch of doors. Well, one major one I should say is working AEW Ring of Honor. She has said before that she's a fan and is in good working relations with AEW, and all she's been waiting for is the call from Tony Khan to bring her back. She has a couple familiar names over in AEW, but that brings it to my first personal con. She's going into Stardom alone. She doesn't have Miyu. She has to guide herself through Stardom, and especially from TJPW, because I know a lot of people say TJPW is not the same as Stardom. And albeit, I can agree to an extent, but at the very end, wrestling is wrestling, and if you need to jump over the fence, then by all means you do what you have to do. And with Maki working Stardom, this is a new chapter in her career, new environment and whatnot. Maki signing to Stardom, this can bring out even more potential from her, because from watching her for the past 5 years, at least when I started watching TGPW, and just her working, I noticed that she kind of hit the glass ceiling in TJPW. She hit the top, and the only thing that she did not do was win the Princess of Princess Championship. Now, whether it be booking decision, fans, or an external element with that, Maki felt like she's done everything in TGPW and she needed a new land of opportunity, which brings it to my other con. With signing to Stardom, she's gonna have significantly less appearances overseas for anything that's not AEW or Stardom. And this is gonna take a heavy toll, especially with the GCW crowd, because that's where a lot of people found out and discovered Maki, was through AEW and GCW. And with her working GCW, it's a lot different from how she normally works. She's a lot more brash. Yes, she still has the idol gimmick, but it just hits different. And without working GCW like that, or having any international like appearances, unless it's through Stardom or like Mania Weekend, then you're not really gonna see her, at least around the world, which is very, very sad for me. From working with Stardom, again, as I stated, this is a newer land of opportunity for her. Despite going in it alone, they have already put her in an angle with the Cosmic Angels. And that brings me to my next point. New people to face, dream matches. There's a lot of candidates. I mean, we're starting off with the Cosmic Angels, and from what I have said when she got signed, the first thing they should do is have her work Natsupoi, and that's what they're slowly working towards. But first they're going with Aya Sakura, and at their next show, February 7th, you're gonna see Maki's first singles match. She already made her debut, and she's made quite the impression. Some people like it, and a lot of people don't. We're gonna see Maki locking in as a singles wrestler. Where is she gonna go from here after the Cosmic Angels feud, or at least angle? We don't know. And another thing that I have to admit is, can she keep up with how everyone in Stardom works. With how Maki's worked in TGPW and GCW and like AEW, the work rate is not as strong as a lot of people in Stardom are. For example, do you think she can keep up with Izumi? Can she keep up with Starlight Kid? Can she keep up with Saya? With Maki, she has to start close to the bottom when it comes to work rate. But the exchange is her character work, mic skills, feeling out the crowd, social media. That's where she shines. And that's another thing I can bring up is with signing with Stardom, that brings a lot more attention to the product. You look at Maki, and a lot of people internationally want to see how she fares. And a lot of fans of Maki now can flood Stardom. They can bring up numbers, they can bring up pay-per-view orders, they can bring up attendance in the crowds for shows. So this is a good thing for Bushiroad to sign Maki. And one other nitpicky con, and this is just me, we don't get to see hardcore Maki as much as we did back when she would work in TGPW, because she would be able to work GCW, and that was her home in America. I mean, if you want to see like more hardcore, if you see why like this is a con, look at when Stardom signed Suzu Suzuki. That's one big example, because she was known for doing death matches. She was a deathmatch or hardcore freelancer like Rina Yamashita, like the now retired Lisa Sarah, or like Violent Jack, Jun Kasai, the list goes on. Suzu doesn't work that many hardcore and or death matches as she did. So, like, it's kind of finicky, but that's just my personal take. So, when it comes to Maki was signing to Stardom, what do you think? Do you think this was worth it? Or do you think this was just all in vain? Maki's just trying to go for the money? Let me know down below in the comments whether or not this is worth, or if I've missed anything. And lastly, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next video and or stream. Peace.
I will kick your ass, bitch! Okay, let's